Welcome to the He's Got Issues Independent Comics Edition number 2. I'm John Cooney, here to preview new independent comics being released February 27th, 2013. Beginning alphabetically with Boom Studios and Deathmatch number 3. The smash hit continues. The mysteries of the Deathmatch arena grow deeper as the Rat reveals the secret of the prison's ominous light guards. And as the second stage of the tournament looms, which heroes will fall in the final battle of the opening round? Written by industry legend Paul Jenkins and drawn by comic superstar Carlos Magno, Deathmatch is a dark, psychological deconstruction of the superhero genre that can't be missed. We've also got Freelancers number 4. The wild and crazy first arc of the breakout hit series comes to its thrilling conclusion. Val and Cass's hunt for their missing man and the rest of their payday has led them back to the Kung Fu orphanage where they built their bonds and learned how to break bones. Now they will learn secrets about the dojo that should have stayed buried. Oh, and that missing man? He's back and ready to kick their butts. Another round of fire from Ian Brill and Joshua Covey. We've got Peanuts number 6, Peppermint Patty like you've never seen her before, in a dress. What can make the world's most notorious tomboy get all gussied up in her most girly duds? The answers, and the best darn goop you've ever tasted, is in this new issue of Peanuts, along with your standard dose of the classic Schultz Sunday strips. And we've got Steed and Mrs Peel number 5, Mods in Space. It's well established that our spies are the swingingest secret agents in all the land, but what about in the galaxy? Emma Peel and John Steed enter the space race thanks to the rocket-fueled talents of Caleb Monroe and Will Sliney. From Dark Horse Comics this week, we've got Amala's Blade number 0. A behemoth pirate ship is captured by a pirate with a fat price on his head. And out for that head is Amala, Namron's greatest sword fighter, according to Amala. The odds are against her, but that's the fun. If only the ghosts of Amala's past would shut up and get out of her way. From the pages of Dark Horse Presents, this is a 24-page story plus a preview of the upcoming series. We got Angel and Faith, number 19. Angel, Faith, and the remaining Slayers prep themselves to overtake a group of living zombies without losing any more lives. The demon Igon holds the last remnants of Giles' soul, but a gaggle of innocent zombies are blocking Angel's path to victory. Good thing an old friend was recruited to help with the fight. We got Answer number 2 of 4. On the run in Cincinnati, punctuation-faced hero The Answer must rescue the abducted librarian Devon from a sinister gang of asylum nurses and orderlies, but she may not want to be saved. More insane superhero adventure from the Eisner Award-winning creator of Battle Plug, written by Dennis Hopeless from Cable and X-Force and Avengers Arena. We've got Criminal Macabre Final Night, the 30 Days of Night crossover number 3. Eben Ullman is on the hunt and he'll rip both human and vampire limb from limb to get to the person who took everything from him, Federal Agent Alice Blood. Can Cal fight off the hordes of new vampires in time to save her? Steve Niles' greatest characters come together in a final showdown. We've got the massive number 9. When explosive new information arises about the seemingly utopian oil rig nation that has divided the crew of the Capitol, Callum Israel is forced to deal with the likely dissolution of the Ninth Wave. But what does that mean for the massive? The groundbreaking new series from Star Wars and Conan writer Brian Wood continues. IGN says, in a period where Wood's name seems to pop up all over the industry, this series has emerged as one of his most ambitious and rewarding so far. And Comic Book Resources says provocative, original, and fiercely intelligent in both conception and execution. We got Star Wars Agents of the Empire Hard Targets number 5 of 5. Everyone, including Boba Fett, is after the young Count Dooku. As Cross and the Count's loyal security guard attempt to whisk the boy to safety, they are surrounded by enemies. In the past, Cross had the powers and authority of the Empire behind him. Now he has nothing but his fists. Agent of Empire or enemy of the Empire? And we've got Star Wars Dawn of the Jedi, The Prisoner of Bogan, number 3 of 5. Zeesh and Dagan Locke are on a mission to build Force Sabers, a weapon that Locke knows will take him closer to his vision of being a leader of the Jedi. But the Jedi Rangers are on the pair's trail, and the first encounter between the Jedi and the prisoners of Bogan will carry heavy consequences. From Dynamite Entertainment, we've got Army of Darkness number 11. After the events of last issue, Ashley J. Williams and his many Deadite sidekick Sam find themselves looking for a way back to the present. Unfortunately for them, dark forces are working to ensure that they'll remain lost in the time stream. How will Ash and Sam overcome the odds when faced by a resurrected King Montezuma who wants to feed them to the old ones? Forget what the Mayans said. It's the Aztec apocalypse, baby. And all that stands between us and it is a chainsaw, a boomstick, and a chin. These are the all-new adventures of a hero from the cult classic horror adventure film Don't Be a Primitive Screwhead. Get your copy today. We've got Garth Ennis as Jennifer Blood, number 23. We find out the last Blade details of what's happened to Revere, New Mexico, who survived and what was left of them. Meanwhile, prisoner number 060665, Jessica Blute, is beginning her first day in the Las Chacales Women's Correctional Facility, and maybe, just maybe, her last day alive. We got Lone Ranger number 13, Ghost Town, the first in a series of single-issue stories and a perfect jumping-on point. The Lone Ranger and Tonto come across a small western town that harbors great suffering. That suffering resonates through time to the Ranger's own past and to the future. Can the Lone Ranger and Tonto find a way to replace that suffering with hope? We've got mass number 4 of 8. With the law twisted and perverted to benefit the unjust, those who serve justice have no choice but to operate outside the law. The Spider digs into the shadowy past of the new governor, but what he finds raises more questions than it answers. Back in New York, the Shadow and Green Hornet are marshaling their forces as vigilantes and heroes like the Green Llama, Miss Fury, and the Black Terror join their cause. Meanwhile, a blind lawyer and a fugitive artist find themselves standing alone against the might of the Black Legions. We got Peter Cannon Thunderbolt number 6. In darkness on the edge of town, the inventor ponders his assault on Manhattan, while Thunderbolt encounters the powerful and mysterious Adam and Eve, and we learn the tragic story of the man known as the Hooded One. We got Vampirella Nublood, one shot. Vampirella continues to thrash her way through the vampire pop culture as she visits a sultry, trashy southern town where the vampires are out of the closet and a synthetic blood substitute is getting a test run. In fact, it tastes better than the real thing. It could spell the end of vampirism's murder and misery for good, and a chance for Vampy and Criswell to settle down, if nothing goes horribly wrong. And we've got Warlord of Mars number 23. John Carter slams face first into the forbidden terrors of the Martian North Pole, literally. Not a single person to have crossed into the frozen northern wastes has ever returned to tell the tale, and Carter's going to find out why. What he discovers will shock him to his very core, but when the life of his Princess Deja Thoris is at stake, no risk is too great. Warlord of Mars number 23, The Carrion Caves. From IDW Publishing, we've got Doctor Who number 6, The Eye of Ashaya, part 2 of 2. Amy and Rory's holiday aboard a luxury starliner is turned into a game of catch a thief as class warfare threatens to break out on the ship. And what's the Doctor been distracted with in the bowels of the TARDIS? We've also got Doctor Who Prisoners of Time number 2 of 12. Our year-long celebration of Doctor Who's 50th anniversary continues. Oh my giddy aunt, it's time to break out the recorders as the second Doctor takes the spotlight in this issue of a 12-part epic adventure featuring all 11 incarnations of the Doctor. We've got Haunted Horror number 3. From musty graves, the passionate editors and dedicated collectors of the highly acclaimed Haunted Horror comic dig up more spine-tingling rare stories from the moldy contraband of the 1950s. The horror comics crushed by the government investigations. The coolest stories in art, lovingly restored and beautifully printed, are now yours for a minute fraction of what the original comics would cost, if you could find them. Get your copy today, Fright Fiend. We've got Rocketeer Hollywood Horror number 1. You wanted more Rocketeer, and you've got it. Missing scientists, plucky girl reporters, Betty and Cliff on the rocks, the mysterious church of the Cosmicism, and who is the sinister Otto Ruin. Pulp thrills the way you like them as the Rocketeer comes up against a brand new adversary in the Hollywood Horror. We got Star Trek The Next Generation Hive number 4, continuing the celebration of the 25th anniversary of Star Trek The Next Generation. It's the climactic finale of one of the most talked about Star Trek events of the year as the past and future collide. Past and future intersect as Captain Jean-Luc Picard and Locutus meet to decide the fate of the United Federation of Planets and the entire Borg Empire. We got Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Secret History of the Foot Clan number 3 of 4. In feudal Japan, Oroku Saki seizes control of the Foot Clan the only way he knows how, through blood and deceit. But what role will Hamato Yoshi play in the ascent? In the present day, the battle for the secret of the Foot reaches a fever pitch as Turtles and Foot clash in an epic rematch. We've got Transformers Robots in Disguise number 14. Megatron is back. The day the Autobots hoped would never arrive is here. Cybertron is burning, Bumblebee's government is crumbling, and Megatron is here. Sides are chosen, and heroes fall. From Image Comics, we've got Artifacts number 25. 13 artifacts destroyed the universe. Darkness Bearer Jackie Estacado remade the universe. Rapture Bearer and defrocked priest Tom Judge has recruited Witchblade Bearer Sarah Pizzini to muscle Jackie into setting everything back to how it was. Will their triumph return the natural order of things, or will it make matters much, much worse? We've got Carmen Gray, Volume 2, number 3. Daughters of Stone conclusion. As Arc 2 draws to a close, the Queen declares war on her homeland, and things thought long buried return to haunt her. In Call, the true purpose of Giselle's mission is revealed, and both sides realize too late that the power of Gotfaust's stone is not so easily tamed. We've got Comeback number 4 of 5. Things go further upside down for Reconnect, Agent Mark Thompson. His partner is dead and his mission failed. Now both the FBI and his former employer, a man more frightening than any government agency, are hot on his tail. One wants him in jail, and the other wants him dead. We've got 5 Weapons number 1 of 5. 13-year-old Tyler finds himself in a specialized school where assassins send their kids for education and training in one of the most 5 deadly weapons. Tyler doesn't have a weapon or any fighting skills, but he still plans to graduate by beating every weapon master in the school because he has a powerful ability that nobody can match, his razor-sharp mind. Jimmy Robinson twists the insanity of Bomb Queen in a fun new series that will keep you guessing to the end. We've got Hack Slash number 24. Final Part 5, Sam Hain pits the girls against each other in the ultimate battle to see who's the true final girl. Betrayals and beheadings galore as the penultimate chapter of Final arrives. We got Legend of Luther Strode, number 3 of 6. The true enemy has been revealed, leaving Luther and Petra to fight against the foes they don't have a chance of beating. As the brawl continues and Ancient Evil says hello, the hit series continues. We've got MacGyver Fugitive Gauntlet, number 5 of 5. Miniseries conclusion. The hit comic series draws to an end, co-written by MacGyver creator Lee David Zlotoff. MacGyver, Moscone, Moscow, a fight to the death to save the world. Who will make it out alive, and who will never be the same again. Got Prophet number 34. New Father Prophet survives an assassination attempt while an unseen 13,000-year-old creature from old Earth manipulates the Empire Council. Got Uncanny Skull Kickers number 1. The Uncanny Skull Kickers. 2 hard-headed mercenaries kill monsters and cause havoc in their search for money, fame, and adventure. A bold new direction, a perfect jumping-on point, a newly added adjective. Our 19th issue, but also a new issue number 1. It's all here, people. Don't make us use more exclamation marks. And we've got Witch Doctor Malpractice number 4 of 6. When you have a magical disease, you go to the Witch Doctor. But where do you take the Witch Doctor when he's the one who needs help? And how far will Doc Morrow's assistant go to save his boss's life? Finally, from Valiant Entertainment, we've got Bloodshot Volume 1, Setting the World on Fire trade paperback. Every mission is a suicide mission. Your name is Angelo Matali. Your brother is trapped behind enemy lines and on the verge of... No, that's not right. Your name is Raymond Garrison. You've retired from the dangers of the field, but a desperate plea from your oldest friend plunges you into a vicious firefight that... No, that's not right either. You're Bloodshot. You're a shade of gray that freedom requires. The perfect confluence of military necessity and cutting-edge technology. A walking WikiLeaks. A reservoir of dirty secrets that could set the world on fire. And you've just been captured. Collecting Bloodshot number 1 through 4 by best-selling author Dwayne Swarzinski and acclaimed artist Manuel Garcia and Arturo Lozzi, find out why this is the series that has IGN proclaiming, quote, Valiant is quickly becoming the publisher to beat, close quote. Alright, so that's a look at some of the top independents this week, but there's still plenty of other books out as well, so be sure to check out my YouTube channel at he'sgotissues.com to see both the Marvel and DC videos for this week, as well as my usual roundup of all my favorites for the week, with a little more depth and insight than you get here. And if you like these videos, be sure to let me know by leaving a comment and subscribing. You can also follow He's Got Issues on Facebook, Twitter, and Pinterest, and see everything I'm reading as I read it. So until next week, I'm John Cooney, and I've got issues.